Well, hi everybody, and welcome to the 102nd day of January in Iowa. When I started making this video, the lawn was all nice and green, and when the video was done about 2 hours later, it was white. Hey, I had a chance to pick up my new brush crusher I purchased, the BC 4200. It's made by Westendorf Manufacturing out in western Iowa. They're a great company to work with. I met them down at the Louisville Tractor Show. If you've never had a chance to attend that, put it on your bucket list. I sure enjoyed my tour down there and got to see a lot of nice new things. This is how the brush crusher came. A couple pallets, well put together, strapped down, and that center bar was removed, and all I have to do is assemble that. Everything came necessary to put that right up there where those pre-drilled holes are at. They have well-written instructions. Very happy with that. And since my wife is the videographer here, I attempted to do it alone, and 2 people would make this a lot easier, of course. So after a few rotations, I found out this does matter which way it goes on the brush crusher. There, all the holes match up. So just take your time, and for me it worked good laying it on its side. A little bit easier. I put the nuts and bolts just kind of loosely together, so then I could set it down on the concrete and exercise it and make sure there wasn't anything binding. And after that, then I torqued everything down. The instructions do remind you there's 4 grease zerks, and so I greased those all up, and that's about all there was to it. Very happy with the way it arrived. The thing I like about this is the low weight. It's made for the John Deere carrier, so it just fits right on there. Now this isn't a root grapple. I just want to be crystal clear with that. This has a lot of options for me for picking up trees and brush and using it as like a cross buck to hold trees while I cut them. So I'm not misleading anybody. I don't expect to go out here and do serious excavation with this. Now look, watch this. There's one thing I missed. I was so excited. There, see what I forgot to do? I forgot to put the pin through the bottom connecting point there in the John Deere. So with those pins back in place and the snow coming down, I thought let's put it back in the garage where it's a little bit warmer. Of this thing hitting here, I've had some people say this will bend this over time. And I said, I don't believe that. So when this comes up, it looks like it's going to hit right about there. I took a level and made sure everything on the tractor was straight and level and not bent. And I'm going to watch that as we go throughout time. It's square tube on square tube, so I don't see where that's going to be an issue. But let's freeze this here for a minute and look at the shadow in that picture. So if you're making that judgment that it's bending that lift arm, that shadow may lead you to think that. But as you're going to see here in a second, that's just not true. Now everything can be bent when it's operated outside of its design. I get that. But I really think this is going to serve me well, and I'm excited to get out and try to use it. The forward visibility is very good. That's what I'm trying to demonstrate here. I wish the weather would have been better today. We would have got out and taken it out today. Another big selling point and why I purchased this was no additional hydraulics are required to run that. And you can find more information at that website I just posted. And for about the cost of the hydraulics only, I was able to buy the brush crusher. Well, it's the 102nd day of January here in Iowa. Sooner or later we're going to get out of this snowy, wintry weather. And here's my brush pile and some trees I've put down over the winter. I want to get them cleaned up using a brush crusher. So that's going to be the next episode, actually getting in here, and we'll put it to work and try it out. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time from wintry Iowa. So long.